Hello everyone, this is my Mercedes CLA 250. It is a 2016 year, and I'm going to be doing a quick little review on it today. So, buckle up, and let's get started while I go get some gas. So, the first thing I want to point out is the interior, because that's where we are right now, and it is actually a very nice interior. You got like leather bucket seats right here, which are very nice. You have this center console area over here. Everything's nicely placed. You got a decent sized screen. It's not touchscreen, sadly. You do have to use this little dial here to control it, but it is overall not bad, not a complaint that I would have. The steering wheel is very nice, got a nice touch to it. You got your paddle shifters back here, your selector on this side, and windshield wiper and blinkers on this side. So we are in reverse, and let's get started. Now the back seat is relatively okay. You are able to fit full-size adults in there, not very comfortably, but you can. And the driving feel is actually quite nice, pretty smooth so far that I've experienced. Not very super uncomfortable or anything. Yeah, probably looks so goofy right now with this camera, but it's okay. Let's make sure no one's coming. As you can see, the blinker, it has like a pretty good clicking sound, and it's not like, you know, it's very natural feeling. It's very nice. The sound system is very good. I don't think I'm going to be playing any kind of music today just to avoid copyright, but I will let you know it is a relatively decent sound system. Turn on the AC here. It's all hot in here. Shooting cars are coming. We are good. Let's get rolling. As you can see, this car does get up to speed pretty quickly. It is pretty nice to have a little bit of power. So this car does come with an option of the Mercedes M270 engine. It's a turbocharged inline-4, making around 208 horsepower. So it's not the most, but it is quick enough to get what you need to be getting done, basically. Now, the fuel economy of this car is actually not terrible. It gets around, for me, around 23 to the gallon. I'll let them pass. We are going to be taking the back roads today, just because it's not as many cars. The suspension on this car is actually very good. It's very soft in comfort mode, I've realized. Quite smooth, very, you know, dampens the car very well. I have heard some others say that it can be a little stiff sometimes, which sometimes I can agree with. It's like, as long as the road isn't in like the worst condition, it is doable. Some people doing burnouts here, I guess. Wow. In sport mode, I can understand why some people might say the suspension is a little stiff. It is stiffer in the sport mode, although it's still daily. I mean, like, you can still drive it regularly in sport mode. The throttle response is also not terrible either. It's actually pretty good. I will say in comfort mode it can feel a little bit laggy sometimes, like it just lags behind. It doesn't really know when you want to downshift or upshift. So I will say that is one of the downsides, but say, like, you know, you could put the engine in sport mode and then just have the transmission in like comfort, and that that'd basically be like, you know, the issues is fixed. I should get in this lane. I usually drive on this road too often. Make sure nobody is coming. We are good. The cabin interior sound is honestly not that loud from the outside. I mean, you get wind noises, you get noise from the engine. I mean, with the windows rolled up, you don't really get too much of the turbocharger noise. It's very subtle, I would say. If you have like the windows rolled down, you can definitely hear it. If we come across another stop sign, I will roll it down and I will do a short pull in the comfort mode just so you guys can hear what it sounds like. And same thing with the exhaust too. We got a stop sign up here, so it's like we can roll down our windows a little bit and we can go ahead and do a little pull. Sorry, make sure there are no cars coming. Roll the windows down a little bit. Alright, let's do a pull. That's about 50% throttle there. It's quite nice. Gets up to speed very quickly. I'm not sure how loud you guys heard the turbo sounds, but they were there. It was pretty audible in my opinion, at least in person. It might be a little bit quieter on camera because just the wind noises might be louder. But I'm sure if you throw like an intake on it, it gets much louder. Now, when it comes to handling, this car is relatively good at it due to it being a CLA. It is a compact car. It's one of Mercedes' smaller cars that they make, so it's not very long. The wheelbase is kind of short. Hopefully we'll get to test out a little bit. The car, she's turning, all right. I apologize if the glare is very strong from the sun right there, but hopefully it's not too bad. Alright, because I mean, it's actually really planted right in the corners. You don't really sway from side to side too much. Thanks to these bucket seats, they keep you held pretty steady in place. So it looks like I am at my gas station right now, so I will go ahead and get gas real quick and I will be right back. We've just got done fueling up and it was about $55 for 12 gallons. And this is a 13.5 gallon tank. So yes. Okay, well now that we're done, let's get back on our way home. Alright, setting back out here. There you go, you can see we're just under a full gallon, or a full tank I meant. And that gives us around 411 miles of range. So the gas mileage is not that bad. It is quite good, I would say. Now, Mercedes rates this car at, so if I remember, I believe it is 33 on the highway and 24 in the city. Now, 24 is certainly possible. However, just with where I live, I tend to get a little bit worse gas mileage just because we have a lot more stop and go traffic. But so yeah, that gas mileage kind of just depend on where you live, I suppose. So yeah, let's go back home. Now, one thing I have not talked about yet is the design of this car. It is one of Mercedes' coupe style cars, so meaning it's similar to like the CLS which I'm sure if you guys know what that looks like, it's kind of like, it's quite a long car. It's got like a sloped roof, which this car also has, which is how they managed to get it that coupe style look. And it looks actually, it's a very good looking car. I mean, like, nothing like, you know, eye-catching, you know, as if you were to get like a C63, like an E63 AMG. But it's a nice looking car to look at. I mean, it's very smooth, very rounded off. Just appealing to the eye, you know. The trunk space is decent. As you guys can see, the taillights are probably my favorite part of this car. It just looks the best in my opinion. And the front end is, I mean, in my opinion, where it lacks a little bit. If you don't have the LED light packages, it just kind of looks a little odd, you know. It's a little out of place, like a little dated. If you do have the LEDs, I think the car looks just fine. But most of them did come with the LEDs. So I don't think you have too much of a worry trying to find one. I mean, and these cars are pretty mass produced. About like, I believe 7.5 thousand or 750,000 of them were made. So it's like quite bumpy. Wow. Just doing construction on them, huh? Does get up to speed very nicely though, which I've said plenty of times. 208 horsepower is plenty enough for this car. It only weighs 3,400 pounds, so that's not the lightest of cars, you know, but it's quite a light car considering what it is. It's very good aerodynamics. It's very good drivetrain actually. This one has the 4MATIC all-wheel drive system, so it hooks from a launch. It does super well in the snow. You never feel like you're just not in control of the car. The traction control is very good. I've taken this thing through one winter so far. I've only owned this for about 9 months here, so we're coming up to just about a year. But with the 9 months I have owned this car, it is such a great car to own. So worth every single penny on it. I bought this for 13 grand. So, but I think you can usually find them typically for around like 13 to 19,000, depending on the condition and mileage. This does have light hail damage, however, unfortunately, but maybe someday I'll get those fixed. Not soon though, someday. Now, my final thoughts on this car is you should get it. I mean, I don't see why you wouldn't. It is a very nice car. The price is, like, the cost of owning it is not too bad. For me, it's around $250 a month of gas, insurance, and throw in, like, you know, your maintenance every now and again, which is gonna be like 60-70 bucks every, like, you know, 4-6 months whenever you do your oil changes or just take care of it. Yeah, this car does take premium gas. That is what Mercedes recommends, 91 octane minimum. However, it can take up to 15% ethanol from what I have gathered from doing research. And the insurance is not terrible. I mean, with it being a Mercedes, it is going to be more expensive than if you were to just get like a Ford Focus or like maybe a Toyota Corolla or something. Some other small sedans like that. I'm not sure if a Ford Focus would be one, I guess. I mean, that's more of a hatchback, but you know, similar category of cars, just smaller vehicles. Oh man, we almost made that. Now, I don't know if that got picked up on camera, but the brakes, they do squeak a little bit. Now, I'm pretty sure that is probably just due to the car's age. Which, I mean, there's not much you can do about it other than just replace the brake pads and the brake rotors. but I mean, we're not there yet. The brakes are still good for me to use, so I'll probably do that later down the line, later into the ownership of this car. But that just kind of sums up my conclusion of this car. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching, and let me know if you guys enjoy these POV kind of driving styles, where, you know, I just drive, or I can talk about something, anything related. I really do enjoy making these videos. I really hope I get to make more in person. I do have plans to do very simple mods for this car, because I do have plans to upgrade later. I'm not going to keep this car forever, unfortunately. As much as I wish I could, I just can't. I don't think it'd be super worth it in the long run to keep it, but I will for sure enjoy it while they last. So yes, thank you guys very much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Goodbye.